If you're a car manufacturer and you're bringing a four-door sports sedan to the market, you better bring some game, and that means more than just style and performance. If you want to hear more, stay right with us. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is Car Coach Reports. In a class that's full of four-door sports sedans, when you think BMW, Audi, Mercedes, even Jaguar XE, Lexus brings us the IS300. This is the F Sport. This is a lot of letters, but there's a lot to offer. I think we should take it for a drive, and we'll give it a Car Coach Reports rating at the end, so you want to stay with us. When you get into a vehicle, the first thing you think of is, I'll set the seat belt, I'll set the seats, I'll set the adjustments. So I get in the driver's seat, and the first thing I'm thinking is I got to put my phone somewhere, and I just can't want to put it in the cup holder, and I don't want to bury it in here, and there's no Apple CarPlay. So where do I end up putting it? Up here on the dash. When you try to adjust the seat right away, you look down and you feel there's two-way lumbar, which I think is kind of basic for a vehicle in this price point, and compared to its competitors, you obviously have the ability to move the seat back and forth and front and back. You've got your steering wheel, which is manual in and out, up and down, pretty much like the competitors. There's one gauge in front of you, and you can choose your settings. It's pretty easy to read. So if you go to the eco mode and you turn the button to the left, you just see a little eco mode, which is nice, and it shows you up here on the center screen. The center is normal, and then when you go to sport, around the perimeter of the gauge, it turns to white, so you can go to performance. I will drive it in all three modes because I think it's important to get a feel for what it's like. Overall, your first impression is you look at the steering wheel, it's very sporty. I kind of wish it was flat bottomed, which is typical for these type of vehicles. And you've got your audio controls on the left, your phone on the right. You have the ability to change the gauges in front of you, shut off that lane departure warning, which we will use with and without. We'll start driving in eco mode just to get a feel for the vehicle. And I've been driving it for a week, but I want you to get a feel for it as well, because if you're thinking about buying this vehicle, it's good to know the different modes and when you would use them. As far as eco mode, great when you're sitting in rush hour traffic, it's just busy and you just need to get to your destination, but you're not in a great rush. Excellent choice. So moving from the gauges themselves, the little paddle shifters, I don't know if you're going to use them. All the manufacturers are putting them in, but they're kind of silly because most people don't even know how to use them, and those that do probably won't, especially in eco mode, obviously. Moving over to the center screen, this is where I have my biggest frustration. It's a joystick. When you're thinking about Lexus, you do think about a premium vehicle, and it's really important that you have something that's more intuitive, like a smart tablet or a device or a phone. Having to use this horrid joystick is extremely frustrating. I never liked it from day one. I find it not intuitive. It works. I know you get used to it as you own it longer. I've driven a million Lexuses, and I can tell you I'm still not used to it, and I still don't like it. Going further down, they have a really nice Lexus clock, and you got your air vents. Your controls, very easy to use. Fingers slide for the temperature. I'm okay with that. A CD player, which I've said in the past who uses CDs, but people that like uncompressed audio do, and they have a very nice audio system in here. Further down is your audio system. It is Mark Levinson, so we're not talking about low-end stuff. Mark Levinson is really good quality, and you won't be disappointed. One of the nice conveniences is 3-stage heated, 3-stage cooled seats for both sides. Going further back, you have your standard Prindle, which I appreciate versus some of the other companies and what they're doing. Over to the right is that horrid joystick and the map if you need it. Again, the map it's okay. It's still outdated technology, and a menu to go back. And then you've got your enter buttons on the side. Going further back on the left is your eco, your normal mode, and which you can push down for that. And we're going into normal mode now because I find the eco to be underpowered and very frustrating, actually. Their cup holders are two that are further back and kind of hard to get to. I don't know if the layout is smart for someone who's got to put their arm back to get it. Going into the glove box, it's very small, enough room for maybe an iPhone, but overall there's one connection, overall two power connections. Now that we've had a chance to drive the Lexus IS300 all-wheel drive F Sport, like I said, a lot of letters, a lot of numbers. There's a lot of positives about this vehicle, and there are some negatives. Let's take a look at the Car Coach ratings. Starting with performance, it earned a 7 out of 10. Handling, 7 out of 10. Really well handling vehicle, very comfortable to drive. Also, you go to safety, it gets an 8. Hey, it's a Toyota essentially, or a Lexus. You're getting a lot of safety features in here, and you certainly won't be disappointed from a safety perspective. Visibility, well, it is a little bit limited. Remember, it is a big piece of glass here, but you're really only getting this much vision, although it looks like you're getting more. So keep that in mind, that you got to make sure it's comfortable for you. Speaking of comfort, seating comfort, it only got a 6. No passenger side lumbar. I mean, really, on a car that's $43,000, you should have that. And that goes for any competitors who aren't carrying it either. Technology, it got a 5. The technology's kind of outdated. Really hate that joystick. You shouldn't have to upgrade in order to have a touch screen. It has to be intuitive, just like your phone, because if it isn't, people don't feel comfortable driving it, no matter what age you are. Features, we gave it a 6. It has some really nice features to this vehicle, just a little bit more than average. Design, an 8. It is a really good looking vehicle. There's no question about that. Quality, a 9. It is really good build quality. You won't be disappointed. Remember, it's still a Toyota underneath, which is a good thing because you're going to have good value out of it. Speaking of which, value is an 8, giving it a car coach total of 71. Not too bad. Now, we have driven the BMW, the Audi, and all the rest of the competitors, and that's over here. Of course, check out our comments and our social media down below. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.